Okay, day 6 officially of not letting blindness win. It's Wednesday and I'm only just back into this because Austin has been off school. My son Austin's been off school Monday and Tuesday, so wasn't able to get out of the house. But I'm back to it now. Heading to the bus, going to get the gym done for today. Life does naturally get in the way. We have responsibilities with work and we have responsibilities as parents, and especially the responsibilities as a parent looking after a child always comes first, and that is not letting blindness win. Not so cold here today. It's kind of a little bit misty, been a bit drizzly, but the rain's off for the moment. Once again, thanks for all your continued support with this. Day 6, part 2 of not letting blindness win. Just off the bus, heading down the road to the gym now. Don't know how it's going to be today, because obviously I'm not trained since Friday, so that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It just goes to show you, one of the reasons I'm doing this, Monday to Friday. First week I did every day, weekday, and I'm going to try and continue during the week. It's the best time for me. My wife's at work, the kids are at school, weekends, family time. And if I don't kind of train every day, at least every other day, that kind of feeling of being scared to go out, anxiety, starts to creep back in again. And just after 4 days of being in looking after my son, already I'm feeling anxious for being out with my cane. Not so much unsafe, but because I know I'm safe with my cane, I'm very proficient in using it, but yeah, just feel like I don't want to be out. But just because I don't want to be out doesn't mean that I shouldn't be out, and that I'm not going to be out, and I'm not going to let blindness win, so I am out. So day 6, part 3 of not letting blindness win. 3/4 of the way through my workout. Feeling good for my first day back in 4 days. Getting there. Super set at the moment, kettlebell swings, and then some dumbbell. But yeah, sweat is on, feeling good, and good to be back. Day 6 of not letting blindness win, part 4. Just finished the workout, just heading back to the bus stop now. One thing today has taught me is that even though I'd not been for like 4 days, and I felt like, as I said in the previous videos this morning, I'd taken a backward step. Actually, today's workout was probably my best one yet. Lifting heavier than any time since I started this. Managed half an hour on the treadmill very easy, and feeling really good. Felt like a really good workout today. So I think one of the things I've learned, and actually I think it's really important to remember, is when life gets in the way and I wasn't able to get out because looking after my son, actually, I thought I'd made a huge backward step and was feeling isolated again a little bit. It was nowhere near what I thought, and actually the progress and the effort that I put in last week has put me in a good place. So I think being hard on yourself about these things is probably the biggest detriment. Is that's the biggest frustrating part, is when we have our bad eye days. It's not so much what's going on around us, it's actually the way we interpret it and how we let it affect us, which sets us back. So another lesson learned, another challenge faced. Heading home now, and looking forward to Thursday and Friday. Okay, so here we go, day 7 of not letting blindness win. Out and heading to the gym. A little bit of a battle this morning, must admit. Sat in bed, not having the greatest eye day. Excuses starting to pile up. Very cold outside, it's getting a bit icy again, slippy. Sun is very bright. Lots of reasons why I should avoid going outside. But the sunglasses are on. My cane is in hand, swiping from left to right. And I'm heading to the bus stop, ready for a big day. Got a few meetings this afternoon. Meeting with a lady by the name of Mona from the Thomas Pocket Trust to discuss future events. Same with Henshaws this afternoon, and also talking on the phone with the contact at the King's College in Taunton, where I'm going to be the guest speaker later on this month. Heading down there. It's going to be a big journey, and I'll get to take you with me, follow along. Heading to the gym, bad eye day. Energy levels feel fairly low at the moment, but let's see what happens when I get there. because as we all know, and I've spoken about before in this, the biggest battle, stepping outside the door, stepping through the door at that gym. But once I do those two things, all the rest should fall into place. Okay, day 7, part 2. Just off the bus on the way down now to the gym. Gotta say, today, biggest challenge for getting here, because the sun is so low in the sky. Even with my sunglasses on, I cannot see a thing. Really restricted. I mean, for those people who are watching who are fully sighted, I want you to imagine, how bright the sun can be at times, and when it shines in your eyes and it's causing real bad glare. Now imagine that when you can only see out of one eye, and what you see out of one eye is like looking through a straw, and not even a clear view through that straw, it's a blurry view. So when the sun shines and it's glare, and it's like rush hour, so the roads are really busy and people are rushing to work and not paying attention where they're driving and things like that. It can be quite dangerous. Often as well, I get involved in the conversation about the difference between having a little bit of useful vision and being completely blind. And having worked all around the world and spoken to lots of people, one of the things that always seems very prominent is that people who have no vision, who are completely blind, or have never had sight, adjust a lot better because there's no distractions in their vision. Whereas if you've got a little bit of sight, you have no choice to use something that is broken but still there. So my vision, the little bit that I have in that small tunnel, changes second by second depending on lots of variations. Could be the weather, could be how busy it is, could be how tired I am, how stressed I am, if I'm sick. Lots of different things can change the way I see, and that can change literally in the blink of an eye. So real challenge getting down to the gym this morning, but I'm almost there. People always ask me about my sunglasses. I swear by these. My good friends Brad and Brian Manning, two blind brothers you may have heard of. If you haven't, look them up, to blindbrothers.com. Make their own sunglasses that are perfect for people who struggle with glare and low light, low vision. These are the Cavaliers, I believe. I've had these now. This is my second pair. I've had these, for about 6-7 years. And these are my go-to sunglasses when it's bright. Day 7 of Not Letting Blindness Win, part 3. So I've just left the gym. I didn't do any filming in the gym today because I was taking work calls the entire time while I was working out. Working on a couple of really big projects at the moment. Really busy day today. Lots of things happening, lots of balls in the air, lots of different projects, which I can't complain about, being the second week back to it after the holidays. Good workout today. A lot stronger than I've been. Feeling good. Nowhere near lifting what I normally lift, but obviously it's only second week back and I'm in no rush, because the last thing I want to do is rush things, try and get back to where I was too quickly and end up injuring myself, tearing my shoulder, pec, anything like that, which I've done before. So I'm not going to do that. But yeah, feeling good. Heading back now home for a busy afternoon of calls, and I'll be back out to finish the week tomorrow. Okay, day 8, heading to the gym. Friday it is, and last day of the week for me. Feeling tired today, even though I've only done 3 days. Muscles are hurting, but I'm going. Probably wouldn't be going if it wasn't for you guys, but I am. Trying to muster all my energy and focus to get myself there, because I've put so much energy into work stuff over the last couple of days. Stress levels are through the roof with projects that I'm working on in the background at the moment. As always, No matter how many times I get knocked down, I'll keep trying. Okay, day 8 of Not Letting Blindness Win, part 2. Well, that was an interesting journey here. Just walking to the gym now, just got off the bus. It was all right up until the very last couple of minutes, and then as I was just about to get off the bus, I was stood waiting to get off, got up from my seat. A car slammed his brakes on right in front of the bus, and my bus nearly went into the back of this car, because this car just stopped suddenly, and I nearly went flying. The driver then got out and proceeded to have a road rage incident with the driver, who had stopped to let someone cross an area that wasn't a crossing, so just really dangerous. And then immediately as I got off the bus, went to the crossing where I crossed over the main busy road, and an ambulance went through, or a police car went through with its lights on, which meant there was traffic queuing to let the police car through. But then when my light turned to green for me to then be safe to walk over the road, as I started to walk over, 3 cars went through the lights on red lights and nearly ran me over, which was brilliant. So yeah, great start to the morning, but I'm not going to let blindness win. This afternoon at 2:40 p.m. I have a doctor's appointment, because I am 50 this year. I've got a health check to see what I'm like, as I'm approaching my 50th year, so we'll see how that goes. And then I've got a call at 4 o'clock, my last work call of the week, which is discussing the upcoming release of my next book, which will be released in April, the second book in Austin's Amazing Adventures, follow on for the big test, but more details will be announced about that soon. Exciting day, but a few challenges to overcome with the idiots on the road this morning, but that's nothing new, is it? It just makes it a little bit more difficult when you're visually impaired. Day 8, Not Letting Blindness Win, part 3. Workout done. Really good, actually. Although I'm not focused on the numbers at all. This is about my mental health, my fitness. I decided that I was going to kind of track myself by just weighing myself once every Friday, just to kind of see where I'm at. So I'm going to check it out properly when I get back, compare to last week's, and see if there's any difference at all. But hopefully there will be a slight difference. I'm not expecting masses, but feel pretty good. I'm ready for a full week next week. A busy weekend for me, doing family stuff. Okay, so day 8 of Not Letting Blindness Win, part 4, I believe. Just home from the gym, just got myself sorted out, about to go for a shower shortly. End of the second week. I know it wasn't a full week, because I only trained Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. Feeling a bit stronger. Feel as if I'm getting back into it. Really enjoyed it today, despite all the challenges of getting there. First step again, you know, struggling to get out of bed this morning, get outside. That will be a constant battle for quite a while. I'm under no illusions with regards to that. And then obviously there was the challenges which I spoke about in the earlier videos whilst travelling to, which, you know, it would be a challenge for anyone under those circumstances, but when you add low vision into the into the factors, then or into the mix, it, you know, makes it more difficult and gives more excuses, as it has been for me in the past. Every Friday now I'm going to be weighing myself with the machine there that takes your BMI and body mass index and body fat and all that kind of stuff. Now, I've just read the results and compared them to last Friday, and if there's anyone out there that can kind of give me a little bit more insight into these, so I'm going to try and read between the two. So last Friday, my weight was 14 stone and 6 pound. That's 91.8 kilograms. My weight this week is 14 stone 4 pounds, 91 kilograms dead. My height is still the same, obviously. Not getting any taller there. My BMI last week was 30.7. And my BMI this week is 30.4. Now, this is the bit where I get confused. So last week, my body fat was 25.3, and this week my body fat is 28.3. So that's gone up. So if anyone out there who knows what they're talking about can explain those to me, feel free to put in the comments, but I'll be back next week.
Henshaws, Beyond Expectations. Our charity supports people living with sight loss and a range of other disabilities to achieve their ambitions and live independent and fulfilled lives. If you can, please donate today at henshaws.org.uk/donate.